I just got goosebumps.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Super Asylum channel. Today we are going to rank every single MCU movie that has been released. No, okay, not every single movie, but we are going to rank every MCU movie that I have seen. And in total I have seen 19 of the, I believe, 25 or 27 MCU movies. So the ones that I haven't seen are Eternals, Shang-Chi, Black Widow, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Those are the movies that I haven't seen. So now that we have established that, let's get into the movies that I am going to rank. Strap yourselves in because you're gonna be in for a very bumpy ride. Now this is probably gonna be the most controversial MCU movie ranking list that you have ever seen, because I think people are really liking the movie that I have ranked last, number 19th. So the 19 movies that I've seen, this is my least favorite, and it is Doctor Strange. Now hear me out. I know people like the Doctor Strange movie, but man, the reason it is number 19th is because it is the only MCU movie that I have not finished. So every other MCU movie that I have watched, I have finished, but I could not finish Doctor Strange for some reason. Now it was a couple of years ago, the year it released. I may be more mature now, but yeah, Doctor Strange at 19th place because I didn't finish it, so I couldn't put it above the others that I have finished, solely for the reason that I didn't finish it. If you don't finish a movie, it cannot be better than a movie that you have finished. At number 18 we have possibly the worst Marvel movie that I have seen other than Doctor Strange. It is Captain America: The First Avenger. Now people actually like this movie, and the reason it is at number 18 is because it's so boring in my opinion. The first Captain America movie is so trash. I mean, honestly, it's just so trash. I'm sorry for like shitting on y'all's movies, but Captain America: The First Avenger is boring, man. Now, it's so crazy that Agent Carter takes place like right after Captain America: The First Avenger, and that show bangs, man. That's probably my favorite Marvel show, and I believe it's the only Marvel show that I ever watched. I watched season 1 of Daredevil, and another controversial opinion, I meh on that. But yeah, let's not get into that because this video is gonna get so many dislikes. It's gonna be crazy. But Captain America: The First Avenger is so boring, man. I can't believe they stepped it up so much with the sequel to this movie. But yeah, Captain America: The First Avenger at number 18th. At number 17 we have Avengers: Age of Ultron, a fan favorite Avengers movie, but it cannot be any higher than the other Avengers movies. Now, Avengers: Age of Ultron, I just didn't like very much. I don't know why. I just prefer, well, any other movie to it, any other Avengers movie. When Ultron was introduced, he came into that Avengers Tower. That was pretty cool, man, but I just can't, man. I just can't. When Bruce Banner and Black Widow fell on each other, and they had this weird relationship, and like, what? Where did that come from? And I believe this is the movie where at the end they send Hulk to space or something. I just can't with this movie, man. That's not the reason I don't like it. It's just boring, man. At number 15 we have the OG bad movie of the MCU. It is Iron Man 3. Now this movie is universally hated. No, I don't know if it's universally hated, but it is universally recognized as the worst Iron Man movie. And it it just is, man. It just is the worst Iron Man movie. Iron Man 1 was like the greatest in my opinion. Then we have Iron Man 2 that introduced obviously Black Widow. And then Iron Man 3 came along and it's boring. It is super boring, and now I can actually tell you why it's boring, because this movie is implanted, it has been implanted into my brain, and nothing happens for the majority of the movie. Isn't even Iron Man for majority of the movie. He lands in some weird ass wintry, I don't know, out on the wildlands, and apparently the kid is Peter Parker for some reason, which, I mean, I think it's canon now, but obviously it's just a weird retcon that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would he be there, Peter Parker? Just doesn't make sense, man. That's the problem with these movies. You can just go back and say that any character is whoever you want to be. They can just pull anything out of their ass that they want to. But yeah, Iron Man 3, just such a disappointing movie. And I believe it's also the highest grossing Iron Man movie. Now this might surprise you, it is The Incredible Hulk at number 14. And The Incredible Hulk has been shat on so much, it is incredible, no pun intended, but The Incredible Hulk is not as bad as people say, but it's definitely not the quality that the MCU has produced over the past, I don't know, 10 years. But this Hulk is probably my favorite Hulk, because he reminds me of Hulk, the Rage Machine Hulk, and I believe that Ed Norton just did such a fantastic job as the Hulk and Bruce Banner, and I feel like when they cast Mark Ruffalo, they just watered down Hulk so much, and I don't know why. And also, I cannot get he looks so weird, man. The face of the Hulk since The Incredible Hulk just looks weird. I think they tried to make him look too much like Mark Ruffalo when it turns into the Hulk, and the saturated green is also trash. I prefer the darker skin tone on Hulk, and the face looks so much better, and he looks so much more menacing in The Incredible Hulk than he did in, well, anything else. When he shredded Abomination, man, that's the Hulk that I want to see. And I don't know where he disappeared to, but we ain't never seen him since. At number 13 we have the first Thor movie. Now admittedly, I do not remember much about this movie. Now what I remember about, well, not this movie, but the previous movie, the Iron Man movie, was the end credit scene where Agent Coulson, drove into the desert and he saw the hammer, and I remember back then that was lit, man. That was such an incredible surprise, and it just blew my mind when I was a youngin'. I just don't remember this movie very much. I mean, I think it was a little cheesy. We had I believe it is the Destroyer, that huge mech that could shoot, I don't know, lava from his face. So yeah, I just can't remember this movie, and if I don't remember it, it's not gonna be like great. Now we have Thor, the sequel, Thor the Dark World, at number 12. Now, I don't remember this movie either, but I do remember that it had Loki when he was in prison, or when he was released from prison, he turned into Captain America, and I remember Loki being my favorite villain of the MCU, man. He was just absolutely incredible. I loved Tom Hiddleston as Loki, and obviously I still do. RIP to him, I think. I mean, he has his own show, but I don't know if he's dead. He died, I believe, in Infinity War or Endgame. Got crushed by Thanos. But obviously he's a trickster, but this is not about Loki. This is about Thor the Dark World. Now, this movie is hated. It is hated. I don't know why. I mean, I used to jump on bandwagons, but now it's like, I don't remember Thor the Dark World being the shittiest MCU movie ever made. Like, many suggest and the ratings suggest. Well, now it is Eternals, I believe, that is the worst movie, or lowest rated movie, as I say. But ratings do not matter. They absolutely do not matter. You have to watch a movie for yourself to make up an opinion. And in my opinion, Thor: The Dark World is the second best Thor movie. At number 11, we have the OG team-up movie. Well, the OG team-up movie of the MCU. It is Marvel's Avengers. Now, this movie I have seen a billion times, and this broke the internet. It absolutely did. This was the new era. This was the first time that we had a team-up in the MCU, like a fully fledged team, like multiple characters, a big ensemble cast. And back in the day, man, this was the movie. This was the movie to watch. I have fond memories of watching this movie, but it just can't compare to the other Avengers movie these days. And even the costumes look so cheesy. If you go back to the original Avengers movie and to Endgame, look at the costumes, and you can't tell me that any of the costumes in the Avengers movie is better than in Endgame. I mean, even Captain America's outfit in Marvel's Avengers is just cheesy. It is so bad when you look back at it, but obviously when it came out, it was fine. Hello everyone, you have reached the halfway point of this video. Due to time, I have decided to split this video into 2 parts, and in the next episode you can watch ranking 10 to 1. And I know that it's very inconvenient cutting the video off here, but I just had to due to time, otherwise it would probably be a half an hour video. So if you like this video, which you probably didn't because this is very controversial, but if you enjoyed it, you can subscribe to see the upcoming video, which will be ranking 10 to 1, and I will see you later. Thank you for watching again, and goodbye.